Hi guys, welcome back to GTA 5 Online. I'm your host Mikey, and I'm joined here by my nephew, Lunar Peter. And this is our video of crazy antics that we already recorded. And so, yeah. Right now, I think we were trying to do that while the car is still moving. So, yeah. I'm like, no, come back. It's really hard to try to do this, but I don't think we accomplish that. But it's very hilarious to watch us try to do this. Oh, right there, I could have done it. Could have did it, but then the car stopped. I'm like, no, stop. Look. Like, no. Oh, dang it.
You're not worth my time.
Blah. Like, please just move so I can do that while moving. No, come back. No, come back. I'm like, no, darn it. So yeah, that's that. Shortly afterwards, after a couple minutes, we got bored of doing that, and so we decided to get the heck out of here. So then, off we go. And I can't remember what we were trying to do. But I think we were like, ooh, a jump. And then we like, I can totally do it. I can do it. So I'm like, let's do it. Flip around, give it all my all, and then jump. And while we were playing this, we were both in the same room. And so we realized during the weird jump cutscene thing that his screen didn't change to the weird woo hang time thing. So I was like, wait, I could use your screen to like actually control my car in the air, because it's really hard to do in that stupid camera mode. So I'm like, I'm gonna try it. So I'm getting ready to do it. So I'm like, okay, let's go. Bumping into everything I can. I'm like, woo. I'm like, yeah, alright, I can. Land it. Sort of. So then I'm like, oh, I'm totally gonna do it. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, gosh dang it. Worst driver ever. But I'm like, I can totally do it. Huh. And then, blah. I'm like, crap. So then I'm still driving from on his screen, from his screen. I don't know if it helped or not. So then I'm like, okay, I just need a big run up and I can do it, right? Running over everything I can. So I'm like, I can do it. And zingo. Up in the air, I'm like, I can do it. Blam! Did it! Sweet! Then I'm like, oh crap, Police are on me. Let's get out of here. Then they really said, nah. They're like, oh no. Ah. I think this is the point where we're like, let's get out of here. Oh, we're still trying to go. Oh. I think we actually do this. Oh. Nope. Nope. Oh wait, what happened to Andrew? Is he still in the car? I can't remember. I can't remember where Andrew went. I think he jumped out at some point and died. I'm still trying to attempt the thing. And then I'm like, oh, I guess he is in the car because we both bail out. I'm like, ah, crap! Ah, run! And then I'm like, I've got this! Let me at him! Blah, blah, blah. Blah. And then we died. And then we saw that. We're like, ooh, I can totally do that. Let's do that. Then we ran out of the airport. That was an odd choice. We're like, okay. Going over here. What am I doing? Why am I calling Pegasus for?
Hello, this is Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help?
Oh, I'm getting my actual helicopter?
Great. The aircraft is waiting
I forgot
for you
I
at our
did
new
that.
airfield. We trust you'll be happy
I
with
thought I
them.
just snagged one. You know what it was? He was going after the other helicopter that's down there, the blue one.
I'm good. Just keeping it 100.
And so then I had to spawn in my own helicopter to do the challenge thing. Okay, let's speed this up. So then I finally reached my helicopter. And we're like, he's already flying, he's already in the air. He's like, woohoo, gotta fly low type thing. I'm like, holy crap, you really gotta fly low. Or something like that. Because I have to, like, be right here. If I go up a tiny bit higher, I get out of it. So I'm flying low. Not to mention, as I'm flying low, or as I'm doing this, it's like, I don't know, 2 in the morning or something like that. I can't remember what time it was. I just know we were tired by this point. And so, as I'm flying this helicopter, I'm slowly falling asleep. Like dozing off type. So, whenever you see my helicopter just kind of just dip really far, that's me actually dozing off. So like right now, dozed off. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I got this. I got this. And I super dozed off. And I'm like, oh crap! I'm crashing. Where am I? What am I doing? Alright, flying helicopter. Sweet. And I'm like, this helicopter's not gonna last. Because totally like wrecked it. I'm like, come on. Come on. Fly. Then I'm like, oh crap. No. Come on. I can fly this. Come on. I'm like, okay. I got some control. Okay, here we go again. And so then I'm like, flying. Oh, good golly. Still having troubles with keeping that dang helicopter in the air. So I'm like, okay, I got. Then I realized. Then we went, hey, let's fly first person. That'll be fun. So then we start flying in first person. And I'm like, oh, this helicopter's on its last leg. But I don't care. I will fly this plane. And right about... no, not now. Not yet. Not yet. Close, though. So I'm flying it still. Flying it still. Dozing off a little bit. Either that or that's the plane just... like... I'm about to die. And so I think right about here is I like super doze off. I go doze. And I'm like and I like clank 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 break helicopter. I'm like, well, crap. I broke the helicopter. So I'm like, wait, what's that noise? Oh crap! No! And after that, both me and Lunar Peter freaking start laughing. And now, this is the next day after we went to bed, shortly after that. We just got done doing all the casino stuff that we could. And so then, we were going to actually go do something. So he's looking at it at his map to put a waypoint on his bunker. And so then off we go to his bunker. So we're like, we're going, yeah. And then at some point during this trip, I turn on the cinematic camera. And I went, oh, cool! I can film him, cruising down the street all wicked-like, and I don't have to drive. I'm like, yeah, let's look at all these cool shots. I'm like, yeah. Driving down the road. So, yeah. We're like, woo! Going to our bunker. So then we finally arrived at his bunker. They're going. So I start walking towards his bunker. I'm like, wait, I can't get in there. Hey, you need to do the thing, the motorcycle club thingy. So then we're like trying to get on his bike. I'm like, oh, I can't get on your bike. So then he's like going up there, and I'm like, hey, I still need you to do the whatchamacallit thing. So then I'm like, oh right, I have to leave mine. So I left mine. So I'm like, now you. Now you do it. So then he sends me the thing. So I'm like, okay, cool. I am now a part of the motorcycle club. So then, he's trying to change my member status so I can be a vice president. And so then he marks me for death. I'm like, wait, that's not the thing. And he's like, oh, it's not. How do I take it off? I'm like, I don't know. So then we found the easiest way to get it off me is to, you know, the obvious way. So then I died, and we realized that he had to send me another one. So like, oh, rejoin. I'm like, cool. And then he finally found the spot where he could upgrade me to the vice president of the motorcycle club. So then he went in, or he goes into his bunker, and I walk in right after. Which was funny, because on his screen, on his screen, his motorbike creeped into his bunker, and I kind of walked faster than him into it, so I technically walked in first, but then, like, he was already inside. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. So then I'm like telling him where to start the mission, because this is he hasn't really done anything with his bunker stuff. And so then, or at least he's still getting used to it, and so then he's going through to find, like, figure out what he needs, like whether he needs supplies or what. And so then he ends up selling his current stock, which is only valued at whatever it was. And so then we get out.
You think law enforcement
Gotta
realize
listen
when they're
to the
working in
stupid
direct
Agent
opposition to
14
the
guy.
nation's interests? Well, they might figure it out when
And
you're
as
knocking
we're
them out
kind
the
of
way in a
strolling
bona fide
through
fake
the
rig. Take the fruit to
ground,
the
he
buyers
goes,
on the
"Ooh,
route
what's
we give
that?"
you
I'm like,
and pay as little
"Oh!"
attention to those
And I
numbskulls as you
recognize it
can.
as the dang Phantom Wedge. I'm like, "Dude, you got the Phantom Wedge!" And I'm like, "Dude, this is cool." So then I get in the passenger seat, and then off we go, off to deliver this stuff. So yeah, I already done this. So I'm like, woohoo! Let's go, Andrew. Smash everything. And got police on us. And I'm like, just go. This big rig can handle it. And then that one goes way up there. I'm like, holy crap. And he's all going, yeah, take that. And then every once in a while, whenever a truck goes flying, and then he jackknifes it, and I'm like, oh no! So then he's trying to retrieve it. Like, I'm like, go forward, back up. Then it finally gets back on. I'm like, and he's like, hey, can you just shoot them? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Blah. I don't know why I checked my phone there. I don't know. That was weird. But then, like, whoa! Yahoo! Oh, that truck almost tipped us over. I can't remember if there were any other cars that went freaking to space or anything. Oh, that car. Oh, they were like, oh no, no, no. They were like, flip, flip. Oh, thank goodness. Then we're like, oh no. The thing's flipped over. They're trying to flip it over. I'm trying to shoot the police. And so then it tells us, oh, your trailer's been, then, like, your trailer's been, oh, what do you call it, like, reset up or whatever, has been moved to a more, a suitable location, and so then it immediately gets knocked down, and then we drive away, and it puts it back up again, but in a different spot. We're like, oh, sweet. And in the wrong direction. We're like, oh no. So then this car freaking backs up right into our spot. We're like, no, get out of there. And I'm like, come on. And then the guy gets out. We're like, no. And then so we're like, come on. And then finally we get it. We're like, yes. So then we're like, oh, we have to turn around. So then we turn around. Like, yeah, back on the road. Oh, that car exploded. I don't remember that happening, but that was cool. So eventually we get into the city, and then he nearly crashes it. I'm like, oh! We're like, oh, that was so close. So, too close even. I think he's really close to the end though. But then that guy went to the space. We're like, whoa, that guy went to the moon. Where's that guy? I don't know. Oh, that's right. He almost crashed right there. Oh. And so now we're like right, almost done. We're like almost finished. So then we're like, turn. And right here I went, wait, isn't it in front of us? Then, because I'm so used to taking or doing my nightclub thing that, yeah, I'm like, oh, it's over here. So this was funny. So on my screen, I could see the helicopter, but on his screen, there was nothing. There's no helicopter anywhere. So I'm like, huh, weird. So then we're like, well, we did it. We got some money. And then we're like, quick, put it in the bank. Then we back out. We're like, woohoo, we're rich. And so I think we're like, yeah, we did it.
And that, I believe, is everything sold. Next time you see those weapons, they'll be on the news.
And so then we're start doing crazy antics with our up and atomizers. We're like, I don't know. I can't remember what we were doing. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Weird. What am I doing? I'm doing something. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm over here doing whatevers, and he's over like swimming across in the water, like I'm looking for a ladder. I'm like, I'll save you. And he's like, oh, I found a ladder. I'm like, that's cool. I'm still going over there. And so then once he gets out of the water, I could hear him like start shooting stuff with his up atomizer. And I'm like, oh, okay. Or something. I don't know. Maybe he was stuck. Oh, I think he was still stuck. So I'm like, I'm coming! I'm coming to save you! So I'm like, stupid wall. So I'm like, get my up and atomizer thing. I'm gonna jump over this wall. Blah! Ugh. And I think eventually he gets out or something. I can't remember. I just know I was trying to jump over the wall. I'm like, oh, if I do that again, I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna just walk around the wall. And then I don't know what happened, but in like the next 2 seconds, a truck totally falls out of the sky. I don't know why, but it fell out of the sky. And so when it happened, I'm like, Andrew, did you do this? He's like, no. I'm like, there's a truck. It just came out of the sky. And so the trucker's like stuck. So he eventually gets out of the truck and goes, I'm leaving. And I'm like, no, you're not. Blam. I'm like, but still, I'm like, what the frick did I just witness?